and Power of Evil.
Well, XPeke, congratulations on the win for your team today. I have to say, when I came here, everyone said you've got to interview XPeke. He's the guy you got to get, so I'm really happy I'm doing that after a win for you. But what's it like? You guys picked up right where you left off at Worlds. What's it like for you watching this rather than playing?
It's a lot different. I don't have the same pressure when the game's starting and everything, but when I'm seeing them play, I get super, super nervous. I destroy my nails because, I mean, they're playing super good, but still, I see the minimap. I see when someone's getting ganked, and I get super stressed, like, nervous as well.
Well, you just recently announced the addition of Power of Evil. How would you grade his performance for you today?
I think he played really, really good, to be honest. They played as a team really good. He was always where he had to be, and it was really good to watch him play.
Well, that has to be really nice to hear, Power of Evil. And I know this has been a very quick transition for you. How were you able to do that in such a short amount of time?
Well, so all of the Origen members are trying to make me feel as confident as I can. And even so, we didn't have much time to practice. I felt it was pretty good, and I felt myself really confident in the team. And I think I still have to learn a lot, but it's pretty good for now.
Well, and also, this tournament is on an old patch, so was it difficult at all for your team to find good scrims?
Yeah, we didn't find too many scrim partners because of the new patch. A lot of teams are not scrimming right now, but since we are here at IEM, a lot of teams scrimmed, everyone who is kind of an IEM involved, so the last days were pretty good practice.
Well, it looked like everything worked out for you. You dominated TSM today, so congratulations to both of you. Chopra, back to you.
Thank you, and good to see, I mean, both those players smile, and XPeke and Power of Evil seem both pretty happy about how that game turned out.
I mean, Power of Evil confirmed TSM counter right now.
Okay, all right, that's true.
He's the IEM TSM destroyer, right?
The IEM TSM
The tilter
destroyer.
of TSM.
A very specific role, but a role nonetheless. But we have a quick replay here also at the start of this game too, where this time Soaz just doing work for himself, and he got that early lead from this move.
Yeah, what I like the most about this clip here is that many players, okay, they have a lane frozen in front of the tower. They're strong enough to push it in. So what you could do here, and a normal player would just walk up, use his zone to kind of pressure the rise in the tower. Soaz doesn't do that. We can roll the clip right now and we can see what happens. Because after his creeps die, Hanser is now forced to move forward to kind of keep the lane where it is. And right at the very moment that Hanser steps in, Soaz just goes and destroys him. So he really has that really good read of the game. It doesn't look all that impressive, but it's these little things that are Soaz just exactly reads the situation perfectly, and Hanser, yeah, just gets outplayed.
Well, those are the mind games of good player. I mean, Saint was talking about it before this game about the Riven or about the Rise, that you want to freeze close to your turret, of course. And so it was just a prediction, because what Hanser was trying to do there was to wait for his minion wave so that he could freeze, and Soaz was just there waiting with a kill already. And dealt some damage.
And also that play was the catalyst too. They were fighting in the bot side red jungle, and Rise was dead during that time, and they got that really good deep pink ward in. Riven just TP'd and cleaned up. So that's all. That one play led up to 20 seconds later, and I think that just kind of snowballed them for the win.
Yeah, he was involved in 3 kills there immediately off the bat. Just like, it's those little things, you make that outplay, then you still have your TP available, you go down to the bot lane or to the bottom jungle to help out, and really, he was a map-wide presence. He had a couple of really nice teleports, and overall, he just had a solid performance.
Not only in this game, but in game 1 of this series. I mean, Soaz's TP plays and his map awareness were really impressive. Origen's still looking very, very strong after their Worlds performance. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, community-wide, I mean, people are really praising Soaz's performance in that match, just saying, I mean, it's amazing how he's been able to stay this relevant and a top player in that lane, constantly adjusting to the meta. Sure, he's had some dips, but he always finds a way to come back and redefine himself as a player. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to catch more highlights like those, and of course the POV VODs, I know some of you guys kind of missed that note yesterday, but they are available over at plays.tv. You'll be able to check out all of that in hindsight, see what it's like to play from the side of Origen and how they work around all of the vision during the Intel Extreme Masters here. So Origen takes that win 2-0, kind of what you would have expected on paper, going right through. Now we are going to wait, of course, to find out who the other finalist is going to be between CLG and Janair. We'll have some time to break that down when we come back for the pre-match analysis, but just some quick thoughts here. Do we think it'll be just as dominant for Janair versus CLG, or this is a little bit more of a toss-up?
I think this will be the closest series in the tournament, to be honest.
The whole tournament?
I mean, because we don't know what to expect from Janair, and CLG showed really good macro play. It's just, are they going to be able to keep up in the lanes?
Okay.
Right. I mean, my read on Jin from watching them at Kespa Cup, they're running this lineup again. So I thought they'd bring at least Chaser here, which would have, I think, changed my opinion on this roster. But they played with a lot of disrespect in the Kespa Cup. They made very risky ganks, very risky teleport plays, which didn't always work out. So I'm kind of unimpressed with Jin right now. I think this is a pretty easy tournament for Origen to win at this stage. But I do think that CLG could beat Jin because they have a much cleaner macro game from what I've seen.
Yeah, I liked what CLG brought to the table as like a cohesive unit, as a team. They not really fancy like plays, but just work together. Teleport mid, send two guys to the bot lane, zone them off, make those plays. If Jin can really read that CLG is doing these things and lock CLG in their respective roles in the lanes, then I'm not sure how this match will play out. You know, how well will Stixie and Aframu start laning 2v2 there? That's maybe the question. But other than that, in terms of macro, I do think CLG is a slight favorite.
Fair enough.
Oh, on top of that, I thought Smithy had a really good game yesterday, or really good games. Yeah, both games were really good. So I want to see if Jin is actually going to be smart enough to ban the Gragas and put him on a non-comfort champion. So
I mean, it is that one ban, so we'll see if they've caught up on that from the vibes of yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to check out all of the other scores and stats that you want, and along with some news articles over on the Score Esports. You can download the app from the App Store or Google Play. For us, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it will be that second match of the day between the Generic Green Wings and CLG.